Unfortunately for the Alex Horatio super haters, I don't quit ever, even when I say that I do, and even when I say that you shouldn't listen to me saying that I will never quit. I will always not be quitting when I say that I'm quitting. Anyway, I'm still working on this chess game. It's gone through a few prototypes, quite a lot by now, and a lot of different versions, and I'm still in the endless struggle of trying to pin down what the game should actually be. For one thing, it started out as a kind of battler thing. Then I started working on this super cool idle section, which basically allows you to just have some chess pieces. If you ever wanted to just have chess pieces without playing chess, this is the game for you. You can have chess pieces. I'm not really sure what you're going to be able to do with them. Are you going to be getting more chess pieces, perhaps? Maybe there's something to do with farming chess pieces and planting chess pieces and getting more in that way. Perhaps there's kind of, as it is, a somewhat, what would I say, convoluted leveling system to each of the chess pieces. Each chess piece has its own ELO value. I'm not completely sure what effect that will have later on. There's a possibility that I will kind of aggregate all of those individual ELOs into an overall team ELO, probably centered around the king. Will have his ELO, and then that will unlock perhaps certain abilities at different levels. So that's an option, although that's not fleshed out whatsoever. The experience points and getting ELO works perfectly. It just doesn't really do anything. Well, that's not completely true. If a piece does increase its ELO, it obtains squid parts, which are kind of what the currency is in this idle section. And then you can spend these on upgrades for the pieces. Another weird little caveat is that the upgrades that you buy actually apply to every piece for its type. So you're not necessarily actually upgrading the pieces themselves, although that's what the interface kind of leads you to believe. You're actually upgrading every piece of that type at once. It's a small kind of convoluted aspect, and this is a recurring issue that I have with this game, which is that every part of it is either not implemented or highly convoluted. I'm not going to worry about it too much, because ultimately I have absolutely no time pressure. I can take as long as I want with this, and frankly I'm going to. Squid Chess 2056, mark it in your calendars. But aside from that, I'm kind of thinking about how to balance the battle section with the idle section. I do think it's kind of fun to have an idle section where you can train up your units to then use them in a battle section. Of course, there are still some significant roadblocks to this. First of all, the battle section itself is pretty limp at the moment. It's not got a lot going on. It has come a long way. I should also mention that you now have a little team of pieces, so basically all of the pieces which you've been farming over on the ranch, you can now deploy these in battle. At the moment, they're just all on the board already. There's no issues if they get knocked out, you just get them again in the next round. Simple stuff. As it stands, if you have 3 or 4 rooks, you can basically win most of the basic enemy setups for free. You don't have to spend any on the extra little disposable pieces. I don't know if that's the same if you had 4 pawns. I kind of think that it isn't. I would say the thing that's taken the most time recently, or the most recent thing that I added, has been a more sophisticated layout logic to the game. So it's a little bit under the hood, but it allows me to do things like randomizing the positions of all of the pieces, particularly in such a way that they don't step on each other or go into parts of the board they shouldn't be allowed in, that kind of thing. So I think the obvious thing which I've got left to do from here is to put more sort of enemy layouts in the game. Because at the moment I think there's only 3 sort of layouts, well technically 2, because 2 of those 3 are actually the same but mirrored, and they're already vertically symmetrical, so again I'm not really sure why I did that. But if I had a few more sort of chess layouts, I feel some semblance of hope that I can at least stumble upon some strategic thing hidden within the game. I'm really not a chess player. I assume that there is a chess strategy somewhere in there, but I don't know it and I won't recognize it if I see it. Anybody watching this video who's knowledgeable about chess, please just start info dumping in my comment section, because I know myself. I'm not going to go look up how to play chess. I'm just going to keep doing this and essentially just model it on an RTS. And I don't think that's going to be very good at a certain point. So I really do need somebody to teach me chess. But as I said before, I'm unlikely to be the one to teach myself chess. I really need somebody else to bring me the chess knowledge. So I think it's shaping up into being something interesting. And it just needs a little bit of fleshing out. At some point I would like some extra, different pieces and things like that. And I mean, really, just see how it goes. Give it some time. I have all the time in the world, and I'm taking all of the time in the world. If you think I'm going too slowly, buckle up, or in fact unbuckle, and walk, because that's going to be faster than how fast I'm planning on going. So I think that's pretty much everything that I had to catch up with. I suppose it's 2025 soon. Who knows if I'll upload a single video in this coming year. I would say probably not. But I'm only saying that because then you'll be super surprised when I inevitably do at some point. Thanks for watching, and if you liked the way that this game looks, stay tuned, because I'll still be working on it, and I'll still be quitting. I will still be quitting. Don't get it into your head that I haven't quit, because I have quit. I've quit like 5 times. So we're in quintuple strength quitting, but you have to balance that with the comments I made at the beginning of the video regarding my level of quitting. I can't remember what I was actually saying. Well, anyway, if you like this video, I just need more ideas, basically. Please help, because I'm not thinking about it. I am thinking about it, but I'm thinking about it so profoundly slowly that I think of other things first, and then I forget what I'm thinking. Goodbye.